advice for future game developers, don't be afraid to fail because failure is part of the process.
My advice for future game developers is not only to play a lot of games, it's also to read a lot of books and watch a lot of movies. You need that knowledge to be able to figure out what story is better as a movie, a book, or a video game.
For the advice for the future devs, if you have weird ideas, don't be afraid or don't hesitate to make them come true.
Well, I would advise you to keep your love for games alive and to draw for your love from games for inspiration. So I think that my love for games and the games that I played growing up are my greatest sources of inspiration. So I would say lean into your love for games, make sure that you don't lose that passion and love for actually playing games as you create them.
I guess as my advice to students or Philippine game developers that are trying, as a student myself that started with absolutely zero knowledge, it's just that you really need to put yourself out there and connect. Our very first time putting out a game for a convention or a competition, it was very nerve-wracking. We had a lot of anxiety because we were going into this blind. We thought that maybe if we went there, we would be the worst of the worst. But trust me, nobody cares if your game is bad or if your game is good. If you have the right attitude and the right mindset, you're gonna look back at your very first convention, your very first competition. You're gonna look at your game and be like, wow, I actually grew from that to this. And the fact that we are able to put out a game like this in 4 years of learning game development just shows that when we had the right attitude, the growth mindset that everyone calls, you can always be better. So if you're in school, in a game development kind of school, you should always take the opportunities that's being presented to you because we came from zero knowledge. We just had to accept all the opportunities that were being given to us, and now today we're here at PGDX displaying our games for the second time. It's just that the opportunities will come to you and it's up to you whether you accept it or not. The only thing that's stopping you is not other people but yourself. So you have to have a little bit of braveness in yourself, a little bit of courage to put yourself out there because who knows, if you like your game, people will like it too. People would want to see what you create. So just always have a little bit of courage in yourself to bring that out because the first step of being a good game developer is having the courage to bring the game out of there and then people would like your work as well.
Siguro ang advice ko is make a game na gusto nyong gawin pero game na realistic yung kaya nyong gawin given your team size and your skills. Usually kang nagiging downfall, mas kami rin na experience namin to is masyadong malaking scope yung nagiging game concept kaya eventually hindi na-release or nagiging hindi ganun ka-polish. So, ayun.
And for some advice for future game developers is that keep being passionate, keep being ambitious, create many games, whether it's game jam type of games or ambitious type of games. Keep creating because that's where every great idea starts.
Personally, I would say that if you want to start developing a game, so you just do it. I've recently learned this year that the best time to start planting a tree is yesterday. And next time is today. So start planning today, boy!
Yeah, I think a lot of people get intimidated by the idea of making a game and then you kind of just have to do it even though you have no formal schooling. None of us went to school for this, none of us took any classes for this. We just decided to hey, you know what, let's make a game one day. And then we just learned and we just did it. So, and we made this, so it's pretty cool.
So para sa mga future game developers out there, no matter how young or whatever age you're in, I guess my advice would be to fail as fast as possible. I've also heard that advice a lot before, and it's really important. So, last year sa PGDX, I was also there dun last year, and marami masyadong mga players that I did not expect ganun pala maglaro sa game. So, a lot of the things in the game broke, marami namamatay, so I was like, wow, I failed as a game developer. Pero, I failed early enough for me to become better. So ayun, that would be one of my major advice to give.
Advice ko sa mga developers is don't be afraid to take inspiration sa you don't have to be unique in terms of making a game. So often that not, you can actually just get your favorite concept, favorite book or favorite game and then you can make it as yourself. So that's one of my, I think that's what I believe.
So my advice for future game developers, one, don't enroll in game development
it's really hard. But jokes aside, it's really important to just do it. Like stop overthinking it. Just make your game. Don't really let what other people think about your game stop from doing what you want. Just do whatever. But if you can avoid enrolling in game development, it's a good do. Please do.
Advice for other game developers, I would say 3 things. On the programming side, make sure you have a very tight scope. You don't want scope creep getting the best of you. On the art side, have a really good hook. If you have a unique or recognizable art style, it can be really helpful when trying to sell your game on Steam or other marketplaces. And most of all, make sure you follow all the marketing best practices, like have an attractive capsule art, make sure you have enough wish lists, go to Next Fest. All of the good best practices for marketing are very applicable, especially now in the era of AI slop. We know Steam is a very crowded platform. We want to give ourselves the best chance of succeeding. So that's my advice, and hope you guys check out Feed the Scorchpot. It's releasing next month on August 20.
What I can give an advice for the future developers is to just try it and keep trying. You can apply whatever you want in the games, may it be seem like super random or super not usual, that it is overwhelming. You can still try it, and even if it is just a simple game for you, put it out there. Get playtesters, communicate with people, connect with fellow game developers, especially dito sa Pinas, because the game developers here in the Philippines are very supportive community and you can meet a lot of them.
Sa mga future devs or kung gusto nasa game development, siguro grind talaga. Kahit minsan na ayaw mong gawin, gagawin mo pa din. Kahit konting lang, kahit paunti-unti lang. Isa magugulat ka yung 5 minutes mo, 1 hour na, 2 hours na. So, grind talaga.
Okay, I would like to give an advice to those who are in the solo development, or especially if you're a girl. So I know that in the game, or rather in general, the game development industry, it's dominated by male. So mostly they're all male developers. And myself, I was not so confident. I wasn't actually confident before entering in this college course. So yes, I am a 4th year student as of now, and I'm graduating. Well, close to graduating. So my advice is, especially to the girls out there, is don't sell yourself short. Don't just tell yourself that ay magaling lang ako mag-drawing, ay hanggang dito lang ako. No, do not say that to yourself. As long as you try, as long as you believe in yourself that you can do what a male can do, then you have unlocked the key in becoming a successful or an aspiring female game developer.
Any advice that I have for future developers? Honestly, plan as much as possible and be as detailed as you want. I have seen a lot of developers, and I've seen this happen so many times, where we want to do something and we either don't go detailed enough, or we have a bunch of things that we oversight, and it starts affecting our development a lot. So whenever you're making a game or you want to make a game, be as detailed as you are able to, and you're doing this mostly for your own sanity, because I can already tell you, I've spent like at least a month without sleep, making sure that we fixed the mistakes that lack of planning actually gave us. So
So it's kind of hard to give advice, because since this is technically our first time making a game ever. So, but the thing that I can definitely say is choose the people that you work with wisely. Because of course along the way you're definitely going to stumble upon people who are going to be hard to work with. So it's important that you build those connections early on, and that you really get a grasp of who you're working with, that you feel comfortable to work with them. You know to yourself that communication is going to be, well, it's not going to be easy, but at least a much more smoother ride. And also another thing is, if ever you're going to be making the art, be as organized as possible, like even the programming and everything else. Just the whole entire planning of your game, just make it as organized as possible, because you can start with one idea, but then it could just escalate to one thing and then to another, but then at the same time all of the ideas get messy. So definitely, if you want to make a visual novel, you have to make the flow of it very much more cohesive. Make sure that you really do stick with something of a concept, and then to not branch out too much to it. What about you?
For me, this is a general advice. Make a game that you think you would love. Basically, I'm not much of a gamer myself. I'm very choosy. I'm very picky with the games I like to play, and mostly they revolve around stories. So coming up with this game idea and finalizing with this kind of had to took like passion from me. And as game developers, starting game developers, you need to have that drive in order to continue on working that game. And for the art, I'd say gather as much references, like make your own references, take your own pictures, scroll on Pinterest, etc., etc. And in terms of the UI, take references like of your inspirations or what the game is inspired by, and use that as like a guide.
Make sure to make your game as eye-catching as possible, you know, just something that even if people thought about it already, just make sure that there's just something that would make it really stand out from the crowd. So, like the concept of our game.
Para sa ilan sa amin na bago pa lang sa game dev, yung advice namin is, start small, tsaka huwag kayong matakot na gumawa ng pangit na game. Maraming mga beginner game devs, mataas yung ideas, mataas yung vision, mataas yung ambitions. And if you just want to make it, sometimes okay lang na gumawa ka ng maliit na game. Kahit na parang Tetris man yan or Minesweeper or something, okay lang yun. Basta ang importante, gumawa ka ng isang game na natapos mo. Tapos kahit na pangit siya, at least nakagawa ka ng game. And then from there, doon ka na mag-move on.
For future game developers, my advice is to start now. There's no day like today, which is cliche, but the sooner you get started, the sooner you start learning, the sooner you get better at your craft.
So my advice for future game devs, or game devs in general, is that one nice thing to include in your game or incorporate is to have it impactful. So for example, for us, we thought that having a game for physical therapy would help physical therapists greatly, and we see the impact, we've seen the feedback, and it seems like there is a possibility, there is promise in that. So yeah, just whenever you're deving, make sure that it's not just for fun. Go beyond just entertainment and leisure. Go for a purpose, go for impact, go for something that helps society.
For future game developers, some advice is to get some practice in, really. Work on small games with just like a focus on one main mechanic. This one's focus is the platforming and the moving objects. Your focus can be like just jumping, or when you tap, something happens. Just get some practice in, try to make that one mechanic feel good, and try to apply it in another game once you feel ready.
And advice for future game developers, or even if you're starting out, ay maghanap kayo ng team members na you will have fun with, and team members na kasing passionate at kasing creative, at mamamatch talaga yung energy nyo kasi talagang mas magiging fun yung experience ng game development. And another thing is, do not be afraid to ask for help. Kahit mga industry professionals man yan or sino, napaka-supportive ng community dito sa Pilipinas.
My advice for the future game developers, for me, you just have to try different roads, like programmer, 3D artist, 2D artist, whatever. It doesn't matter because you're not always gonna get it first try, and it's always important to broaden your view and try learning different skills. And you can say that in any career, like learning different skill and learning from mistakes, and make sure grow. That's the important part. So yeah, thank you.
Honestly, my advice for future game devs is don't be shy to join conventions like PGDX. Even as an attendee or an exhibitor, being able to talk to other indie game devs is very helpful because everyone in the community is so warm and welcoming, and I really enjoy talking to everyone, whether it be on Discord or in this convention. Everyone has a lot to share about themselves, their games, and they can even give a lot to say about your game, which is a very nice thing. So yeah, that's all.
If you want to make a game, edi gawin mo na. You don't need formal education
it's very easy to open like Scratch, tapos like make a game, and like just like practice and practice, and like yeah, if you want to do something, just do it.
If you want to make a game, just have fun. If you don't have fun making your game, ano talaga, hindi mo matatapos, wala rin.
For me, make it in 2 days. Para sa akin, advice ko is like, ang helpful ng deadline kasi talagang napupush ka past your limits or something like that. Parang, yeah.
For context kasi, Train of Thought was made in 48 hours kasi kasama siya sa isang game jam. And it won 2 awards actually. It won the Global Game Jam's Most Innovative and Most On-Theme Award.
Advice as a programmer, the internet is your best friend. Just try to find what you want to do, and like someone out there probably has it, so it's your job to like perfect it for your game.
For me, I think similar to Omi's advice, but a little bit of a different branch. Parang don't worry about making it perfect at first. Parang, you know, you always have to start somewhere. Don't make it exist before making it good. And also be open to many feedback and suggestions. Don't take them to heart as well.
Yeah. I guess my best advice, be good friends with the people you work with. The better relationship that you have with your teammates, the better you'll be able to work on your game. And the more fun you have working on the game, the less you have to worry about things like making it great, because in the end, we're doing this because we're having fun. And we came from different backgrounds, so don't limit how much you know about programming or how much you can draw to actually stepping out of your comfort zone to just make something and to just do it, really.